dear Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. She is my lover.
Hey!
We have known each other for exactly 20 years, and we have been dating each other on almost every Friday night for years. I and she have gone through many significant events in my life, and we will still do to the rest of my life. Folks, it is my great pleasure in tonight's meeting to present you my favorite musical instruments, clarinet. In this 7-minute brief introduction, I will give you a rough idea of the types of clarinet, the structure of a generic clarinet, how does it sound like in different styles, and at the end of the meeting, I will give you a demonstration, and then when you are walking out of the venue, you will be more familiar with the sound of the clarinet. What are you doing? Okay. Let's start with the name. It is called clarinet. C-L-A-R-I-N-E-T, clarinet. As you can see from the screen, it has various Chinese names. The first two are more formal, while the last one sounds more like a common name, and it is more understandable to the general public. As I told you, I will present this speech in four sessions. Before we go to the first session, I would like to ask a question. Is there anybody who can tell me how many types of clarinet are being invented?
5?
I bet none of you can answer this question correctly because I don't know it either before I do the presentation. The correct answer is 28. The correct answer is 28. But I'm not going to introduce all of them in tonight's meeting. I will only introduce 6 types of clarinet that is often seen in a band. This is the clarinet family. Actually, we have 28 types of clarinet, but these 6 types of clarinet are more often seen in the orchestra or in a wind ensemble. Let me introduce the first one. The shortest one is called E-flat clarinet. Why is it called E-flat clarinet? Because when it plays do, the pitch of it just hitting the E-flat on the keyboard of a piano. That is why it's so called. As you can see, it is the shortest one in the clarinet family. So it has the shortest body, so it has the highest pitch. The rule of thumb in musical instruments, the shorter the body, the higher the pitch. So the next one is B-flat clarinet. As you can tell from my speech, B-flat clarinet is called because when you play score, it hits the B-flat on the keyboard of a piano. This is actually a B-flat clarinet. It is most often used in orchestras and ensembles and even marching bands. So oftentimes you can see clarinet, it's all B-flat clarinet. And you might wonder how much it is. Want to guess? When I bought it in 10 years ago, it cost me 60,000 NT dollars. 60,000 NT dollars because it is made in France. So due to the appreciation of euro, so currently the value of a new B-flat clarinet is about 80,000 if you want to buy a new one. The next one, A clarinet. A clarinet is often used in orchestra when you play some very big masterpiece or the composer of the musical works want to use a more thick sound of clarinet, he will choose to use A clarinet. E flat auto clarinet, as you can see, this is E flat auto clarinet. As you can see, the shape is different. The bell is twisted, and the neck is also tilted. And basset horn is not that often being used in orchestra unless you play some modern works of maestros. B flat bass clarinet is this one. It has the longest body, and so the sound is the lowest one. When you play B flat bass clarinet, you have to blow into much more air than when you play B flat or E flat clarinet. Okay, next one. And this is the structure of generic clarinets. There are actually there are 5 major pieces in a clarinet. The first one is called reed. And this one is called ligature. And this one is called mouthpiece. When you put all of them together, it will become a mouthpiece set. And this is called neck, or called barrel. As you can see, the shape of it is just like a barrel, so it is so called. And you can see a very fancy logo on it. It is called Buffet. This is the most famous brand name in clarinet maker. This is the upper joint. This is the lower joint, and that is the bell. As you can see, there are a lot of keywords here. The keywords, the black pipe is actually made of sandalwood, and the metal one is coated with silver. How does that sound? Oh, next one. How does it sound when you play classical music? Usually it sounds very warm and harmonic and heaven-like peaceful. The next one, when you play jazz music, it sounds very exotic, slippery as an eel, and very naughty. And when you play a movie soundtrack, it sounds very romantic and very touched. And now we go to the, okay, next one. Now we go to the demonstration session. And today I would like to play a piece. It is called Memories of You. And the rhythm or the melody is always in my mind when I miss someone. Okay.